They have got news for you, but they wouldn't lie to you, and they are really quite interesting. Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 panel show comedians. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we've gathered a comic curation of regular faces on the UK's most popular panel shows. We're focusing on the comedians on the actual panel though, rather than the hosts. Sorry, Dara. Number 10, Paul Merton. Paul Merton's only really known for appearing on one panel show, but he's been in almost every episode since that show started.
I didn't know what cheating you were referring to there.
You've suddenly adopted the character of a northern housewife.
He joined Have I Got News For You in 1990 as an original team captain and has featured ever since, apart from a short break which he credits as ultimately improving the show.
A swan's natural mate in nature is A, another swan, B, Ronnie Corbett, C, a helicopter.
Paul's also one of very few people to have appeared in all three positions on the show, as a team captain, guest panellist and host.
You'll never guess what I just imagined.
Number 9, Ed Byrne. Next, an Irish comic who's probably best known for causing all kinds of chaos on Mock the Week.
Before I watch it, I have to sit through the DVD piracy warning, which I think we can all agree is beginning to get on our collective taste.
In fact, Ed Byrne has appeared more than any other guest panellist on the topical news quiz, and his run in the series shows no signs of slowing down.
I was actually sitting on the tube, and I realised that there was a steak pie in my trousers.
Which line were you on?
Ed's actually good friends with Mock the Week host Dara O'Brien, a fact which has fueled many a funny story or witty one-liner, with their comedy styles creating a brilliant blend for the show. Number 8, Russell Howard. Before becoming a hugely successful stand-up comedian and anchoring his own TV projects, Russell Howard was a shoo-in for various panel shows, especially Mock the Week.
They call him G.O.D. and he the Big Daddy. He look like me, but he more beardy.
He joined the BBC quiz as a permanent panellist in Series 4 and stayed until Series 9, alongside the similarly ever-present Andy Parsons. Although Russell's rarely seen on panel shows nowadays, his unique brand of humour and playful presentation style has won him a dedicated following of fans.
We buried my dog the other day. It was dead. We didn't do it for a laugh.
Number 7, Alan Davies. Although he's another who hasn't graced an especially wide range of shows, Alan Davies has more panel show episodes under his belt than most other comedians, thanks to QI.
Look,
It's a saw.
it is. It's for a gentleman gardener.
It's got a concealed serrated blade. You won't get this through customs.
He has appeared on every episode of the quite interesting series since it began in 2003, and is the only permanent fixture on the show.
I want some more people later.
So you think this happened after the Spanish colonization of Mexico?
He may not win very often, he always gets the dodgiest buzzer sound, and he's usually the one to set off the klaxon. But QI just wouldn't be the same without him.
They have speeds of up to 2.79 times the speed of wind. So unbelievably quick.
Number 6, Joe Brand. As a regular on Have I Got News For You and QI especially, Joe Brand has been one of the leading female comics throughout the 90s, noughties and 2010s.
Sorry, I kind of coughed and sneezed. I wet myself all the time.
Famous for her specific style of self-deprecating comedy and her unwavering deadpan delivery, she says it like it is, and she's usually right.
And I went past with my head held high like that, sat down on a deck chair, went through
And having worked through a time when panel shows were often criticised for their lack of female comedians, she stands as a pioneering entertainer.
Is it that men are really great and women are really shit?
Oh, no, Joe, how is that?
Sorry, that's the wrong way round.
Number 5, Hugh Dennis. Hugh's a regular guest across several shows, but he's easily best known as a long-standing team captain on Mock the Week.
Yeah, I haven't seen you walk for, well, since 2005. So.
As a permanent panellist since the show started in 2005, he's rattled through hundreds of scenes we'd like to see, and he's overseen more spins on the Wheel of News than any other comedian.
The good news is we found oil just off the Falklands.
The bad news is it's drifted there from the Gulf of Mexico.
Of course, Hugh's also famous for playing the dad in Outnumbered, away from his ongoing panel show stardom.
Why isn't there orange jam?
Marmalade is...
No, that's not jam, that's got bits in.
Number 4, Jon Richardson. Poor Jon is usually the butt of all the jokes, but he plays the affable underdog better than anyone else.
Are you going to tie me up, she asked. No, he laughed sarcastically. I'm going to let you wander around the house willy-nilly while I'm trying to do the hoovering.
Richardson was the team captain on 8 out of 10 Cats from 2011 to 2015, and he's also captained on the ultra-successful spin-off 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown, consistently proving his considerable worth at the words and numbers quiz.
When you write with a pencil, you are a graphiter, but if you write on someone, that person is the graphitee.
Jon's awkward character may invite many a jibe from fellow contestants, but this guy really knows how to roll with the punches.
Shit yourself when you got to that W, didn't you? Someone was overconfident with the CO.
Number 3, Jimmy Carr. Yes, he is well known for his hosting skills, but before and as well as presenting the likes of 8 out of 10 Cats and Big Fat Quiz of the Year, Jimmy Carr's a regular panellist on the circuit.
When I first read the word in the tabloids, I hadn't heard it out loud yet, and I thought it was pronounced Charv.
Bringing trademark dark humour, brilliant one-liners and his instantly recognisable laugh to the sets of Buzzcocks, QI and others, any lineup that features Carr always seems just that little bit better.
Specifically, how did a telephone get him into trouble?
Did someone use it to phone the police?
It's no wonder he scored presenting gigs. He is that good.
Put Smarties tubes on cats' legs, make them walk like a robot.
Number 2, David Mitchell. As a team captain on Would I Lie to You opposite Lee Mack, who very nearly made this list in his own right, David Mitchell's a panel show veteran.
If you know it's fine, contact us and the pin's the same thing.
But who among us can be sure of who we really are?
A staple of the truth-tracing show since it started in 2007, he also is, or has been, a regular on Mock the Week, QI and the Big Fat Quiz of the Year.
Oh, no, actually, we're supposed to live till we're 250.
It's Mitchell's tendency to lose his temper which sets him apart from everyone else, and his impassioned rants are truly something to behold.
At that point, the flavour that you would get if you didn't wash it from your next cup of tea is, if anything, too characterful.
Number 1, Sean Locke. A true legend of the British comedy panel show, Sean Locke has become almost synonymous with the format.
I know it's not for me.
What is for you?
I don't know, very little.
He's a familiar face on many shows, but none more so than 8 out of 10 Cats, where he was an original team captain for 10 years. Locke has also put in some inspired performances on Cats Does Countdown, Big Fat Quiz and QI, and he's another comic well known for harbouring some heated opinions.
No, but seriously, I hate playing countdown.
When this man's in full flow, there's simply no stopping him.
I've realised that the only thing this show tests is my patience.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Watch Mojo UK and subscribe for more great content.